What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Palantir and how they just dropped two bombshell pieces of news on us. So the first one is they added a new chief medical officer to their team, and we're going to go over just how important this is to Palantir in the future. Now, they also just recently made another strategic investment. This is going to be Palantir's third one over the last month and a half, and we're going to go over exactly what this could mean for Palantir going forward and when we could expect to see a further breakdown about why Palantir is investing into these companies from Palantir directly from themselves. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull valued up to $1,850, make sure you check out that link down below in my description. All you have to do is sign up for an account, deposit over $100, and you get access to those 2 free stocks. And if you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provide for you in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So at the current time that I am recording, Palantir is down 3% on the day. Now, over this past weekend, we received news that Palantir received an additional $32.5 million contract, and we are not seeing that reflected in the share price at all. Now, Palantir does have its earnings coming up. As we can see right here, earnings are going to be on Tuesday, May 11th before the market opens. So that could finally be the catalyst that we need to send this stock going higher. But at the current time, we are pinned in this range. In this company, in my opinion, is a great long-term hold, but I know a lot of you guys are very discouraged about the short-term price movements that we've seen out of this stock. But you do have to remember that we are still trading at over double what it came out at its IPO. Now, I do want to point something out to you guys, that if you guys are expecting to play call options for Palantir's earnings, you have to realize that Palantir reports their earnings before the market opens on Tuesday, May 11th. So if you are planning on selling off your options position before Palantir reports their earnings, you're going to need to do so on Monday. Now, nothing I say in here is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only, but I'm just trying to help you guys better understand the strategies that we have gone over on this channel. Now, when we come over and take a look at the actual option chain for Palantir, they have an incredibly high open interest on this May 21st, 2021 expiration date of about 60,948 with a very high volume today. So the volume actually changes throughout the day because it tracks the daily amount of volume of the contracts traded, but the open interest is only going to change every day. So we can see that 60,000, almost 61,000 contracts are being held in people's brokerage accounts at the current time. Now, when we move down to these 30s, we can see that it's even more insane. 88,593 contracts are being held in people's brokerage accounts, and 20,000 of these contracts have been traded today. This suggests to me that a lot of options traders are extremely bullish on Palantir going into their earnings date. But since we are talking about the call side, I also want to take a look at the put side as well, and we are not really seeing the volume really there for it to really jump out at me as something super substantial. Now, when we come over to the first really big piece of news that we have received for Palantir, Palantir hires former IBM Watson health executive as its first U.S. governmental chief medical officer. So let's take a look at this article and see exactly who this individual is. So Palantir has hired its first U.S. government chief medical officer, a former executive from IBM's Watson Health business, as the data analytics company doubles down on its life sciences business. While the company made its name in software used by government defense agencies, sales to health-related agencies in the federal government have doubled over the last year. Now, if you guys have heard any of my other Palantir videos, they are working in the cancer field very aggressively. So when we come over to these impact studies, we can see that turbocharging research at the NIH, Palantir works pretty closely with the NIH and does have a couple of contracts with them. So NIH high-throughput screening robots have tested hundreds of millions of combinations of cell lines and compounds. Researchers use Foundry to access and analyze this massive scale data, uncovering potential repurposing opportunities, synergistic drug combinations, and genomic correlates of drug response. What they are doing here is essentially trying to figure out the best treatment options for a variety of patients. Now, when we come down here, unifying patient data to personalized medicine. This gets it down to a patient-by-patient basis. Cancer centers use Foundry to overcome a siloed data landscape. With a unified and compliant view of patients that fully respects patient privacy, scientists create granular patient cohorts to deliver individualized therapy. So Palantir is using all of its data analytics capabilities to figure out what the best treatment options for these different patients are, which is going to lead to better health outcomes. In addition to this, Palantir has been very busy making very interesting strategic investments over the last month and a half. One in particular is an investment into an electric aviation company called Lilium, which is going public via a SPAC. Now, the next strategic investment that we are going to be talking about actually makes a little bit more sense for Palantir's business model. So when we come over here, Roivant Sciences and Montez Archimedes Acquisition Corp, MAAC, to combine and create publicly traded leader in biopharma and health technology. Transaction includes $411 million in trust at MACC and a concurrent fully committed $200 million in PIPE financing from leading healthcare investors, including some of these individuals right here. But the one that we need to focus on is Palantir Technologies. Pro forma net cash position of up to $2.3 billion following transaction will enable strategic pipeline expansion through internal drug discovery and in-licensing, continued development of wholly owned drugs and commercialization. So Palantir is again trying to get into this medical field, which I think is very important. Now, what this just goes to show, it says time and time again to me that Palantir's total addressable market at the current time is unlimited. We are seeing Palantir get into so many different sectors, getting very large contracts, and all they have to keep doing is continuously tweak the platforms that they already have in order to tailor them directly to the businesses that they are working with. This is a great business model, in my opinion, going forward, because Palantir is going to be able to continuously get these new contracts, whether it be from government agencies or private organizations, to continuously grow their business. What I find very interesting about these strategic investments is that we have not seen any direct comments from Palantir about these as of yet. What I am expecting to happen and hoping to happen is during this earnings call next week on Tuesday, May 11th, we are going to get some more information on exactly what Palantir is planning on doing with these investments and how they are going to be working with these companies. After that happens, I think investors are going to be kind of put at ease because it was very random that Palantir first invested into an electric aviation company. It was very strange. The only ties that I found previously for Palantir in this company was that the CEO, Alex Karp, and the CEO of Lilium spoke at a conference many, many years ago. So that was the really only tie that I was able to find about that partnership. But I think if we are able to get some more insight and we get to know exactly what Palantir's plan is for these different investments, I think we're going to be in a better spot as investors. Now, when we come over here, speaking of investors, a lot of institutions are adding to their Palantir position or adding Palantir as a position in their portfolios. We can see on here, this is Fintel, and anything highlighted in green is a newly initiated position, and anything highlighted in red is a position that has been closed out. When we can see here, it's the vast majority over the past couple of weeks when we are looking at these 13 F filings are all highlighted in green. And we can see the biggest addition right here is Sumitomo Mitsui Trust Holdings, adding about 5.6 million shares of Palantir. So institutions are very bullish on this company going forward. And we also have ARK Invest continuously shuffling around their money, sometimes buying a significant amount of Palantir, sometimes selling off a little bit. But either way, we have seen Cathie Wood come out and say that in times of market volatility, she will come out and sell some of her lower conviction names for tax purposes. Maybe they have been at a loss, and she will add to her positions that she has the highest conviction in. Over the March sell-off, the February, March, kind of April sell-off, we did see Cathie Wood add a significant portion to her Palantir position. So I am very bullish on Palantir over the long term, but again, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. So that is going to conclude this update on Palantir. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.